In ancient times, there lived a lazy young man who did nothing but sleep, leaving his elderly mother to work hard to provide the little money they had, barely enough to buy bread and food. One day, the mother heard about an honest merchant in the city known for his love of helping others. She decided to visit him, hoping to find work for her lazy son. When the woman met the merchant, she sadly recounted her situation and her son's. She asked the merchant to employ her son. However, the merchant apologized, explaining that he traveled constantly for trade, and her son would not be able to endure the hardship of travel. Instead, he offered her a different idea, to give him what little money she had to use in trade and return it to her along with profit. Despite the meager amount she had, the woman agreed to this idea, saying to the merchant, "I only have 5 pieces of silver, all I've saved throughout my life." The merchant agreed, took the money, and promised to return after a month with profit. The merchant sailed off, and the journey began. The next day, the merchant prepared his belongings and boarded the ship with a group of other merchants. They sailed for several days until they reached their destination. There, they began purchasing goods and preparing to return home. Before the merchant boarded the ship for the return journey, he recalled his promise to the elderly woman and her 5 pieces of silver. He started looking for something valuable that would match the small amount, but found no goods available at that price. While pondering his dilemma, his attention was drawn to a man selling a group of monkeys. Among the monkeys was a small, frail monkey being bullied by the others. The merchant observed how the monkey's owner was struggling to protect him. Moved by sympathy, the merchant decided to purchase him, believing that he might somehow be useful to the elderly woman. The merchant offered 5 silver pieces for the frail monkey, and the seller agreed. As the ship sailed home, a few days later, a fierce storm arose, knocking the ship off course until it crashed on the shore of an unknown island. The merchants disembarked to seek help, but were surprised by strange people dressed in peculiar clothing. The islanders captured them and brought them before the tribe's leader, who declared, "We will eat the fattest man among them for dinner." He then ordered his men to tie them all to a tree trunk near his dwelling. While the tribal men were busy preparing for the feast, the little monkey stealthily approached the merchant who had purchased him and cleverly untied him. At that moment, the merchant vowed to give the old woman and her lazy son 1,000 gold pieces for owning this clever monkey. The other merchants witnessed what the monkey had done and pleaded for him to free them as well.